Hello and welcome to another Facebook Live, our first for 2021. Today we are talking about make time for what matters. Really excited to have with me today Melissa, Head of Client and Partnerships at FuseWorks. Melissa, welcome to today's Facebook Live.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So we're talking about making time for work that matters, which is meaningful work, which is one of my favorite topics. I often am talking about people, process, technology. I think they're the three critical areas for any business in the accounting and bookkeeping space to be successful. And we're going to be talking about how do we actually link those all together. But we're really excited today to be announcing our partnership with FuseWorks for 2021. So Melissa, we are excited to let everyone know that we are partnering with you today. And I'll let you talk in a minute about that. But for us, it's really a perfect fit to enable our teams to use powerful automation, the technology to really drive and make our team members really love what they do as opposed to just doing it. Melissa, I noticed one thing on your website. I love the tagline on your website, by accountants for accountants.
Yeah.
It sort of leads me into you are an accountant, so you understand the challenges and frustrations that they have on a day-to-day basis, much like I did. I owned an accounting practice many years ago. So Melissa, do you want to just let our listeners know today a little bit about who you are, and then we'll get into who FuseWorks is?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Nick. As Nick said, I am a chartered accountant. I have been in practice for about 20 years as a partner in my own practice, along with a couple of other partners. And I guess we knew firsthand some of the frustrations we were having, and similarly others would have them as well. So that's kind of how we embarked on the technology side of accounting as well. But yeah, qualified accountant, heavily involved in practice management of an accounting practice, and lots of the sort of hands-on day-to-day workflow processes around things accountants are doing and engaging with clients. Yeah.
I really love when technology is built by someone in the profession that understands the profession. I read a really interesting quote yesterday around to truly be successful, you need to understand who you're building the product for. And that's really why I love the apps and the ecosystem. When I look at them, Practice Ignition, you've got many of them, Paul Murray, that have built, they are accountants building products. So let's talk about FuseWorks, because we've entered into a partnership with you for 2021. So you'll be at all of our roadshows. We'll be doing webinars with you. Now, when we choose the partners to partner with, much like when you choose to partner with us, we want to ensure that there's real success for our team members who are using the technology, and we want to make their jobs more meaningful and more fulfilling, which obviously links back to that making time for work that matters. So tell us, Melissa, a little bit about FuseWorks. Tell us more about what FuseWorks actually does and what I suppose the history of it is.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we had an accounting practice in Brisbane for quite a number of years. We saw some gaps in the market and some frustrations we were having that we thought we could solve. Fast forward a little bit of time, we decided to take that technology into our own business, FuseWorks. So head up by Scott Barber and myself, we run a team that deliver technology for accountants primarily, really aim to look at the processes in accounting firms and do them better, do them smarter, look at, looking to deliver, I guess, things that actually help, not coming from building software and just seeing if it fits, actually building it from the frustration. So some of those pain points, obviously I've experienced myself, I've lived and breathed the frustrations, and now we've delivered some technology in our FuseWorks umbrella to do that. And every bit of technology that we build comes from that place. Client input, so our current FuseWorks clients, and driven out of those frustrations. Yeah.
Excellent. So we have roughly a handful of partnerships that we go into every year, and one of our criteria is that we want to have a deep level of partnership where it actually adds significant value to our clients and ultimately the team members that are working for them. And obviously we've got our strict criteria of who we choose. Why did you choose to partner with us? So let's flip it on the other side. Why did you choose to work with and partner with us?
Yeah, I think there's quite a good alignment in the values of both businesses. So we focus on people, process, technology. You similarly focus on those three elements. So you can't have one without the other. We are all about people and process for sure, but giving the technology so that people can do the things that are more enjoyable and let technology do the things that aren't so enjoyable. So anything repetitive, and there's lots of those functions that team members are doing, and across the TOA team as well, they're doing that, and we want to give them and enable them to use that technology, whether it's the onshore team, the offshore team. We have quite a number of mutual clients across Australia and New Zealand already, and we saw the benefit that their teams were getting with the TOA offer. So we thought that was a really nice fit, and we wanted to be part of that TOA community. Lots of the technology partners you have already are very are a good fit with what we do as well. So yeah, we just thought it was a really nice opportunity to put ourselves deeper into the TOA community alongside our current clients and those partners.
Excellent. We're certainly excited to be partnering with you this year. So let's get started with what is FuseWorks. So it was your first product that you launched. Now, I know that a lot of our clients are using it, but for those that have never heard of FuseWorks, what is actually FuseWorks and what does it do?
Yeah, so we have a few products under our banner. FuseWorks was the first one, and it sought to take away the manual process of document collation, so the compliance parts of accountants' jobs, collating and combining all of the things that you need to do on an annual basis to deliver, financials and tax returns to a client. We have completely automated that process by creating lots of integrations to pull out documents, brand them, format them, and have them ready for client delivery. That was a process that would take 45 minutes, an hour per client per year. It's very manual, it's very repetitive, and that's what FuseWorks is doing. It's completely automating that to fit alongside your technology stack. Regardless of who's doing the task, whether it's the accountant, the admin team, the offshore team, it doesn't matter. It's a solution and a bit of technology that anybody can use to free up their time and not have to do those boring parts of their job.
Yeah. I particularly like that, because one of the biggest challenges we have with new clients a lot of the time is they don't know how to, get the information from the client to the global team members. The second pain point is a lot of the time they've got high-paying, highly technical, highly skilled accountants doing what I call is quite basic work in following up and getting the information. So I love that this technology enables, and I've spoken to some of our clients that are using it already, enables them to get the information a lot quicker, store the information so that they can actually use it with their offshore team to do the work. So I really love it.
That's right, and it cuts down the errors. So when you have a process around something, it gives people a reason to follow the protocols. So it might be file naming or document naming. If you don't have an automation driven off that, there's no reason to care about the way you name that document, for example. So giving people a reason and reducing the errors and the backwards and forwards among different team members is sort of a byproduct of the technology.
Yeah, and I definitely think that, I'm big into process, I'm big into systems. I think there should only be one way to do things in a firm. It's not, well, how many partners are there and how many different ways do you want to do it, because that's how it's done. It definitely needs to be done in one way. And I think this it systematizes and automates things that really streamlines it. The other, I know that you've got another product that I wanted to ask you about today, Fuse Sign. I love the naming. It's all the fuses. I don't know how you don't get confused with it, but it's a new product specifically, obviously built for accountants again. What is it and what does it do and how does it benefit accounting firms?
Yeah, so this bit of technology, so our signing solution, has been coming for a number of years. We've had clients using FuseWorks, loving it, and then saying, great, it brands it, it collates all of my information. How do I get it to my client? And this is where we've worked with lots of integration partners, and we leverage their systems to enable clients to send out. And I guess the COVID lockdown at the beginning of the year here in Australia gave people a reason to look at ways of communicating with their clients. So not only do they instead of paper collations. They wanted to email, again, not as secure, and a client then still needs to print and return. So what COVID did, and that lockdown gave us the chance and the time, I guess, to take what our clients were asking and create a digital signing platform that, again, hooks into FuseDocs, but can stand completely cloud-based standalone, to enable the client to get information in a really presentable way from their accountants, and to engage with that really simply. So there are lots of signing solutions out there, but our clients have been asking for more. They wanted a purpose-built one for accounting firms, and the biggest pain point was managing an entire family group in one transaction. So sending out a bundle of documents and giving different people in the family group the ability to do different things, whether they could view the document, sign, or have no access. And they didn't want passwords, they didn't want usernames, and they wanted secure sending. So we created something that we're pretty proud of. Lots of accounting firms are using it, and we're getting some really great feedback on the branding and the firm-wide sort of settings that we allow. And yeah, it's changing lives, actually, in terms of the way that firms are communicating with clients. So that's how that came from. We've had, it's been in the world for about 6 months now, and we've had lots and lots of client feedback, and there's been lots of development enhancements since, all focused around accounting firms. Yeah.
And that's the thing that I love, is that a lot of people probably don't realise the enormity of this, but I always say this to any accounting firm I'm talking to: look at all the process and systems and the things that your team do every day, and they may be doing something 5 or 10 times. So, for example, before you had obviously the Fuse Sign, it was probably not that much of an inconvenience, but they probably still did it 20 times a day, and it took up 3 minutes every time, which is an hour. So it's all these little incremental things that make a significant difference. And I think a lot of the time, because we're busy being busy and we're busy doing our jobs, we don't look at all those little things. And I think for what sounds like a pretty simple tool, I know there's a lot of complexity in building it, but I think that it would make a significant difference. It's like that bow on top of the present. It just makes it and finishes it off. So one of the questions I always get about technology, and this is one of the biggest challenges I do see with a lot of the ecosystem, is the integration of applications. So the big question I want to ask you is, who do you integrate with?
Yeah, so across our products, so FuseDocs has been around for 5+ years. We integrate, because we're focused on accounting, we integrate with all of the main practice management and document management systems. So if there's something we don't integrate with, it's probably because it's not commonly used, or we haven't been asked enough. So from zero to Reckon to Mild to GreatSoft, we integrate with all of those at a practice management level. And then when it comes to the document storage, we integrate with all of the cloud solutions and a lot of the traditional service systems as well. So if you're not sure, ask. The likelihood is we will integrate with that if it's accounting software. So we have lots and lots of different types of technology stacks amongst our clients, and we're very focused on making sure that ours is the piece that fits in the middle to automate the process using what you've got. Obviously, if there's a better way, we might suggest that on the run, but it's very much about trying to tie it into what you're doing and not reinventing the wheel or redoing your entire tech stack if there's no reason to do that. Yeah, so lots of integrations.
I love it. And again, it just loops back to that whole built for accountants, by accountants. It's that whole philosophy of everything that you build is for the end user because you intimately know them. And I think this is a lesson for the accountants that are listening to this and the bookkeepers. If you are working with your clients, you need to intimately know them, and you need to intimately know how you can best serve them. And I think that you've been able to, at FuseWorks, build beautiful products for clients that is meaningful and actually makes a difference to them. And I think that's the thing that I love so much about it. Now, Melissa, we're going to run a webinar in February, the 25th of February. For anyone that wants to register, we'll put the link in the comments. We will be sending out invites to all of our clients and that about this as well. But it's the 25th of February, 12 o'clock Queensland time, 1 o'clock New South Wales and Melbourne time. I can't convert that to all states, but we will send out the information, put it in the comments. Melissa, I'm sure people are going to want to know about this by that. They're not going to want to wait a month.
Yep.
How can they get in contact with you? What's the best way for them to find out more in the interim?
Yeah. So our FuseWorks website, fuse.work, W-O-R-K. everything's on there. We've also got a separate fusesign.com website. So on there, you can book a time, chat to me. You can download a free trial of our FuseSign technology at any time. But yeah, reach out. I love talking to people about their process and seeing if it's a fit for their practice. So yeah, definitely reach out.
Awesome, Melissa. I've loved announcing our partnership with you today. Looking forward to you doing the webinar with our new VP of Client Experience, Trent McLaren, on the 25th of February. So please check out the comments for the links. If anyone wants any more information, chat to Melissa, chat to myself, chat to any one of our team. We're excited for this partnership, Melissa. Thank you for partnering with us this year, and look forward to doing many more of these throughout the year.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you, and thanks everybody for listening.
No worries. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.